Welcome to Baker Dave Presents. We're here at Morgan Hall at Temple University. It's a working kitchen, so there might be some noises, there might be some people in the background. Today I have a very special guest. I have Bill Jalbert. He is the Director of Facilities Management here at Temple University, and he has brought with him his recipe for Tortellini Alfredo, coming right up. Welcome,
hey, Dave.
Bill Jalbert.
Thank
You're
you.
the Facilities Management
Director
of Facilities
of Maintenance
Management.
Operations for University Housing. How's that?
I love the super titles they always give people at the university here. So you work here at Temple University.
I do.
I do feel like sometimes I've met a few people, their titles are so long, I feel like that was their promotion.
So we need
Like
two business cards,
right,
actually.
the position didn't exist, so they just said, well, we'll add a few things to your title, and that way you'll feel like you got promoted, you know?
No comment.
Anyways, so what are you making today? What are we making today?
This is something, it's one of my all fallback recipes at home.
So
Tried and true. It's chicken.
You got visitors, this is what you make?
I make it for myself.
Oh, well, because you're special.
Because it's easy.
Because you're the special guy.
It's easy and it always comes out great.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's just chicken with tortellini, some Alfredo sauce, and sun-dried tomatoes and a little bit of
I like this sun-dried tomato. That gives a little tang there.
Little sweetness, little tang.
Nice.
Yep.
So you heard him say that it always comes out great. So if you have any issues with this recipe, it's his fault.
Me.
So how long you been here at Temple?
Just celebrated 11 years. 2006.
Wow.
Yep.
I feel like it's been longer. I feel like I've known you forever.
Some days it does feel like it's been a lot longer. Yeah.
I think I'm at 15 almost.
Okay.
So, and you've been in this position the whole time, like
Yes.
with housing?
Yes, I have.
So you must like it. 11 years is a long time to be in. How do you feel about Temple?
It's a very, very dynamic place right now, going through a lot of changes.
For sure.
Organizationally. It's really exciting to walk around campus and see all the new stuff that's going on for the students.
Non-stop. Like there's constantly new, there's new buildings everywhere. Like I'm a big fan of the school, to be honest with you. That's why I'm still here.
Samesies.
So there you go. You got kids, got family? What
two grown children, two grown kids. One graduated here from Temple. The other one did not. But they're both.
Was that because you were working here at the time, so you could get?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's a good thing. My daughter's actually going to college soon, but she doesn't. There's nothing here for her, unfortunately. Right. She wants to do marine biology, and they don't offer that here at Temple. So unfortunately, she will not be a Temple grad. I apologize. I wish she could be. How long have you lived in this area? Like, did you grow up here?
No, originally grew up in upstate New York, but I've lived in this area. I've called this area home probably for about 40 years. 40.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense because you were here 11, so 40 wouldn't make any sense at all.
40. Lived in the city since 1988 in Philadelphia. Prior to that, I lived out in the suburbs, but called Philadelphia my home since 1988. Love it, never leaving.
88. I'm not gonna say.
That's okay.
I was in high school in 88. I always feel so old, and today I don't feel quite as old, so thank you.
And now I do, so thank you.
Hey, no problem, anytime. I'm always there to help people out. So I guess we should probably get started with this. So we don't want to start a fire.
No.
So we'll get this heat started. How high do you want it?
So we're going to saute the chicken. We don't want to go too hot. We want to get the oil a little bit of oil. Right? Yes, sir.
A couple tablespoons, not too much. And then we'll throw the chicken in.
I would do that. A little salt, pepper.
Some salt, pepper. It's always important to season your meat because your meat doesn't really have all that much flavor, believe it or not. And then there's a little utensil over there if you need to stir it around. Like I've often said.
Let it go and get the heat up. How quickly does this thing heat?
It heats pretty quickly.
All right.
Shockingly. Do you hear the sizzling already?
It's already starting.
Yeah, so you're basically just trying to get some color in this, right? I mean, or not color, you're actually turning it white, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, you're taking the color away.
Keep it going until the pink disappears.
Until the pink disappears.
What about the tortellini here?
So tortellini is the type of tortellini we actually have. I don't know what kind you buy. Is frozen and already pre-cooked, so it's a simple heat up. So I already kind of heated that up.
So it's already, we don't need to do any.
We don't really have to do anything about it. Do you know about what tortellini is? Have you ever heard the story of tortellini?
Do tell.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how true this stuff is. This is when you go and, I'm being honest, like,
Okay, all
things get handed down from generations, so you don't
disclaimer.
know. This is just like the story that's told about it.
Okay.
I think it was Pope Alexander the Sixth. I'm just making this. I'm
Yeah, I
it's
know
one
you
of
are.
those. I'm not though. He was a big deal because he's a pope, but
He was the pope, right.
he had lots of kids, which is totally
They
not a
could do back-
popely thing.
They could do that back then.
Back then, it wasn't as big a deal, I guess, but he was a big problem. But his daughter, which I couldn't pronounce her name if I tried, she was visiting a town in France, and this guy was so enamored with her that he tried to get a peek of her, apparently. And through the keyhole, all he could see in the dimly lit light was her belly button. And then he went back and made these pasta shapes that supposedly look like her belly button.
I can see it.
Can you see that?
Yeah, she was an Inzy.
Kind of belly button-ish.
Or was she an Audi? Audi.
Depends on which side you're looking at it, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. But I could, yeah, because that's kind of belly button-ish. So supposedly that's how the story goes. How true that is, in 2017, I have no idea, but it's a great
Doesn't
story
matter.
to tell, right?
It's a great story.
And like I said, that's, being a pope back then and actually having kids, and it probably was a different world. I think people just became pope. I don't think they came up through the ranks of priests and stuff then.
Yeah,
I think they just kind of appointed them.
Named themselves. So, what do you think here, Dave? We're looking like we're
It looks like the pink is disappearing a little bit.
just about gone here. Couple of strays.
I didn't actually measure the chicken. I just threw a bunch in there. It might be more chicken than we need. So if you feel that that's the case, by all
It's
means,
almost
like,
lunchtime. Could work out.
the more chicken, the better. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So 40 years you've lived in Philly.
Yeah.
So you plan on leaving anytime soon? This is your home forever, right?
This is it.
You a Phillies fan?
I can't stand baseball. Sorry. It's like watching paint dry. I mean, really.
You're not a baseball fan, huh?
No.
How about hockey?
Love it.
Okay, so you're a Flyers fan?
That's a real sport.
Because there's blood? Is that the difference?
No, because it's nonstop.
It is nonstop. So you're,
I mean,
you
they
totally...
have to fight to get a commercial in.
So you love soccer then, right?
No.
Joking.
Rugby.
Rugby, again, nonstop.
Former player.
It seems like you like all the violent sports.
Former
I'm
player,
starting
former
to
coach.
be a little concerned
Yeah.
with you right this second.
You should.
Are you typically a violent guy? Like you always struck me as not
It's not
violent.
violence.
Okay.
It's not violence.
It's
okay?
not
It's
violence.
not violence.
Football? Do you like football?
Can't really watch it.
That's the weak rugby. It's
Takes-
like
it takes
rugby
too
for
long.
wimps.
It takes too long.
Okay,
A 1 hour game takes 3.5 hours to play out.
it is a long time.
Yeah.
What about I'm just gonna keep going on sports because
Go ahead.
I don't know anything about sports either. That's the funny part is I'm talking to you about sports,
you're
and anybody that
on
knows me is
you're on
probably thinking this
dangerous
is
territory.
ridiculous.
We probably ought to start adding some other stuff here. Don't you think so?
What do you want to add to it?
Well, we need to make up the sauce.
So do we set that aside and make the sauce separate, or do you
We
make
gotta
the sauce right in
put
there?
this on really, really low. We don't want the chicken to get too dried out, right?
Okay.
So we want to keep the heat on it, but not real high while we get the sauce ready. Then
Okay. Well, today, right? That's a great idea, but we only have one burner.
we do.
So we're going to set this off to the side and
Okay.
let it stay super low right now as we start another.
Now you're going to make the sauce.
See, I've never had someone force me to do something, but
I'm not
since
forcing you. I'm just telling you.
no, I hear that, and I hear I'm just because of your rugby, I'm going to do the sauce. I usually don't do this, so for everybody that's seen this show before, I usually make the guests do all the work, and I'm a little bit afraid of Bill right now, so I'm going to go ahead and make the sauce.
The worst that could happen is I would tackle you, okay? And
Well, this is hard. This
would
floor is all,
It is.
tile and stuff. I think that would, and my knee's not that good anyways.
We got protection.
Oh, okay. So to make the sauce, you're going to start with some butter, right? Am I doing this right?
So far,
Okay, I don't want to mess this up.
you already messed up when you invited me on the show.
Did I? So we've got some butter
Cream and cheese.
and just cream and cheese, and a little bit of garlic maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
So we've got to flavor it, some salt, pepper,
I put a little pepper in there.
a little pepper.
Might be enough salt in the cheese.
The cheese typically is salty for those that, I might have made it too peppery now.
No such thing.
You like spicy food?
Yes.
So what's your favorite type of food? Is it Italian usually?
Like Italian, Mexican,
Mexican, because Italian's not
Indian,
usually that spicy.
Thai.
Indian, holy cow.
Thai.
So you do like spicy food.
I do.
And then just the cheese once it heats up, right?
Right.
This stuff heats up really quick
I
too.
know.
This is like
Well,
no
that
joke.
burner, yeah, everything heats up quickly.
That's why I love gas. I actually have an electric burner at home, so it takes forever to heat up.
Get the cheese in there, get it melted, right?
Now, do you usually typically keep the thing cooking when you put the cheese in? Or do you take it off the heat and let the hot milk melt the cheese? Like a cheese
It's
sauce?
the latter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion.
Don't want to burn the cheese.
You don't. Now we're boiling like crazy. I suppose I
we
should
are.
probably get this off, huh?
Yep.
Or I went to high instead of off. That happens sometimes. We'll take it off. This is like we're making ganache, but we're making cheese ganache. Or chinache, maybe. We're dumping in like, okay, so what I did is I have 2 cups of grated Parmesan here because I used like actual fresh. If you're going to use the powdery stuff, like you get in the canisters, maybe only a cup and a half. Do you know what I mean? Instead of 2 cups because it fills in more space. Exactly. It's some sort of physics thing.
Oh, there you go. That's beautiful, Dave.
And that's what it should look like?
Yes.
That is some delicious looking cheesy sauce right there. This really is like one easy meal, isn't it?
So far.
And it's going to be harder all of a sudden? A little bit of parsley, or is that just for decoration?
It's easier. Parsley's more sweet for decoration.
Okay, for you, it's just decoration. We'll move this out of the way, man.
All right.
Or wait, should we reheat it?
Yeah, let's get that back going again. We'll make sure that chicken's cooked all the way through, right? It's nice and done on the outside, but I bet it's still a little pink in the
Do you
middle.
think so?
I do.
Okay, well, if you say so, sir.
Yeah.
So what do your kids do? What's
I see my son runs a retail operation that just got moved to Philadelphia Mills. It's a chain called CEX. It's like an electronics,
never heard of it.
computer electronics exchange.
That's pretty cool.
It's a UK-based company, and every once in a while they offer him a free trip to London.
That's sweet.
Last time they offered it, his passport has expired and he couldn't go, which was
that
unfortunate.
stinks.
So he's
I've never been to London.
hoping for another one. And
Maybe one day.
My daughter works for a company called Rush Order Teas. New startup.
I've actually seen those.
Northeast Philadelphia.
I should maybe get some Baker Dave teas.
You could do that. And if you're going to do that, let me know. I'll refer you to my daughter and she'll get a referral.
Sweet. I just said sweet. My wife loves when I say that. She actually hates it. No, she thinks I sound like a 12-year-old boy. Sweet.
Don't we all?
I don't know where it came from.
Don't
I
we
just
all?
all of a sudden I started saying it, and I feel a little bit like a 12-year-old boy now.
Sweet.
See?
Couldn't help it.
It makes you younger, doesn't it? So, and then we have
It
it doesn't really. It didn't work. You're
No.
still the same age.
I'm still the same age.
Man, we got our beautiful sauce. We got our tortellini. Like, how do we mix this up in the pan here, and you're heating it, or?
Yes, yeah, we'll mix it right in the pan. Throw the tomatoes in.
Oh, I forgot about the tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes is probably the most important part, and I totally forgot about them.
We're going to get that all together in the pan. Stir it all
So
together.
do you want those in now?
Sure.
I don't know how much you want in there. I literally just chopped up a bunch and figured you'd figure it out.
You like sun-dried tomatoes, right?
Everybody
I
likes
like sun-dried tomatoes.
Who doesn't?
We
There's
might-
people that
we might
doesn't
be
like it.
going with the whole. I don't know. Let's see the ratio.
The ratio.
Well, it's going to be like.
It's
kind of
important that
it's going to
the
be a color balance thing,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Right? Wouldn't you say?
It is nice that the sun-dried tomatoes brings that color out to make it not so white. Otherwise, it's a completely white dish, isn't it?
It would be.
Like one more? Like I see you just going
Yeah.
like, look at you, you're not sure.
I love these things, so they're going to taste so good. Go
Just
ahead.
dump them in. Like I don't understand what you're playing around with. Is there a problem if they cook
I was
too
leaving
much?
some for the next chef.
There's not another chef. You're the only chef for me.
There we go. So I think we're good. What do you mean?
Because you're basically just heating them up, right? You don't want to cook them.
We don't
I
wanna
assume
cook
they'd be
them.
like raisins. They would get kind of
Exactly.
hard, right?
So we want to add the tortellini and the sauce. Get everything warmed up together.
It's not even going to fit in this
Nope,
thing,
it's
I don't
not.
think.
You
Should we
need
go
a
the other way?
Bigger saute pan. There you go. There you go.
And then we can add the sauce to here. I didn't burn you, did I?
No. You
Oh, holy cow.
left a piece of tomato on the end of my finger.
It's not there anymore. I don't see it.
It's gone. It's in my
Oh, okay.
Gone.
Just like that, huh?
Had to take care of it. Do you have a spoon, or we're just going to use the spatula here?
You're just going to use the
This
spatula.
all-
We're going like, manly men, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we'd be using a stick then.
I don't have a stick. I think sometimes you scare me a little bit there, Bill.
Don't want to do that, Dave.
I feel like I'm going to have a whole new relationship with you now. That looks like
What do you think?
pretty delicious. So I like that it's more like a casserole. Like you're not like putting the noodle down, pouring some sauce on nicely, putting a couple things
Oh,
for
no.
decoration. Like this
No.
is like just dump it
It's
all in
comfort
and let's
food.
go.
It's comfort
It's
food.
kind of like a fancy mac and cheese, isn't it?
In a way, yeah. That depends, though. Are the tortellini meat tortellini or
They're
cheese
cheese.
tortellini? So it is.
This is what I'm
It's
saying.
Cheese.
So those that like cheese, this is an awesome cheese feast.
We need to put some of that green stuff on top, too.
Do you do it? You don't do it till after you decorate the plate, right?
Decorate it on the plate.
Okay. Thank goodness.
But see, sometimes with this, I'll put tarragon in.
Oh yeah?
into the sauce, which gives it the green color and a little bit extra flavor.
So tortellini, we could have actually made the tortellini, but I feel like that would have been. But usually there's like nutmeg in it and stuff. Do you ever notice that?
In tortellini?
Yeah, like in the
Really?
cheese filling a lot of times.
Didn't know that.
Well, because you don't usually make the tortellini, do
I
you?
never make the tortellini.
Well, then we should have. We totally should have made the tortellini.
Return engagement?
Yeah, maybe next
Okay.
time. I'm trying to be all fancy up high.
I see that.
All that really does is make a mess.
Looks good for the camera, though.
Super fancy. Is it too hot to eat?
You tell me.
I don't know, man. Let's give this
Is
a
the
try.
chicken done?
What if it's not?
Tortellini's done.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Sauce is really good, Dave.
This is delicious.
Chicken's done. Nice job.
How many girlfriends have you cooked this for?
No comment.
No comment.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having
That's
me.
delicious.
My pleasure. Enjoy.
Tortellini Alfredo chicken sun-dried tomato. That's got a long title. Can we just
does.
name it The Bill?
Chicken Dave.
We're gonna call it The Bill. So The Bill. Tortellini Bill. There you go. Tortellini Bill. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Again.
Thank you for joining us here on Baker Dave Presents, and a special thanks to Bill Jalbert for his awesome stories and his delicious tortellini a la Bill, as it'll be known from now on. Join us again next time with Baker Dave Presents, and remember, every recipe has a story.